tremendous looking trophy.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Platinum Explosion, the #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. I'm Dylan Blight, your host. Joining me, Ashley Hobley.
Thanks. It's very good to be here. How are you doing today, Dylan?
Yeah, all right. I only just realized a second ago how weird it is to be recording. We're recording at 10 a.m. in the morning.
I know, it feels like NPR. There's daylight.
It feels... it does feel very weird. We usually record, at earliest ever, usually...
like 5 o'clock or something.
5-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's pushing it, but, you know, these days it's
late.
It's dark here, so it's late enough. Recording at 10 a.m., just sat down with my coffee.
Hopefully no news breaks in the next 6 hours.
Well, it probably will. It probably will, because there's literally nothing, and that's the other thing I was discussing before recording the show. Let's chuck that idea out there. Video game podcasts.
Yes.
Take a break after E3.
I mean, it makes sense. There's nothing to talk about because nobody decides to release anything after E3. I mean, they should, because everybody's talked about everything at EV3. Everything's been broken down exclusively, so if someone came out with something like 2 weeks after E3, it would probably get a massive amount of coverage. But
Probably.
But then you wouldn't be at E3.
Yeah, that's the other thing, I suppose. I mean, we've got one story to do with Darksiders and THQ, which is solely because they ditched E3 and was like, we'll go to Gamescom. And Gamescom is in late next month. So then you have this weird scenario where it's like, well, how about you, THQ Nordic? You guys skipped E3. How about you drop some hot news 2 weeks after E3? Nah, we're waiting 2 months till Gamescom.
Bloody hell.
Oh, okay. Just getting screwed everywhere. But the only way it works with everyone stopping the podcast, everyone has to agree, you know?
Yeah.
Like, all podcasts, like at least in Australia, have to sign a piece of paper just saying, after E3, we all agree to stop.
Yeah.
Just for a month. And if you break the law, your podcast is deleted off iTunes.
Seems a bit extreme, but yeah. I guess if you agree to do that, if that's the terms you agree to, you have to...
It's like the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah. You don't get put on house arrest. You get...
Yeah, they get put on house arrest. Your podcast gets deleted off iTunes.
Yeah.
If you break
it can stay in other places. It just can't be on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, iTunes is like
The #1 source of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not on iTunes, you don't really have a podcast, I suppose is the thing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into what show stuff there is to talk this week. Video games and stuff. Once again, both of us have just been spending the week, I feel, just playing free-to-play games.
Yeah, pretty much.
Both mobile games, not on mobile objects.
Yeah.
Which is the funny thing. You're playing Fallout Shelter still?
I have been dabbling.
I used you last night. I called him again, everyone. I turned on my PlayStation, he's playing it. I sent him a message.
Yep, making babies. And I'd already done it, so...
He's just like, yep, you got me.
Yeah.
And I'm just playing... So you're playing that mobile game on your PlayStation, and I'm playing fucking Pokemon Quest on my Switch, which is really just a mobile game, so...
That's true.
That's video games.
I'm also dabbling
stuff.
in the Fortnite still, a couple of games. I got second place.
Did you really?
Yes. Camping is a
On
very
PS4?
excessive... Camping is a very successful strategy, occasionally.
I feel like... I didn't even know you'd started dabbling.
Yeah.
So you jumped in on PS4.
Yes, I have.
When?
A couple of weeks ago.
Just this past week?
Just like...
Oh.
If I got nothing else to do, I'll just play a game or two. And then...
Right. Well, tell me about your Fortnite experience, because obviously this is your first
Battle Royale.
what the fuck is Battle Royale? Right? Yeah, right, yeah. But your first Battle Royale experience stuff, right? Because obviously when when everyone was playing PUBG, start of the year, couldn't jump on that.
No,
Might blow up your PC.
probably.
Didn't happen. And none of us really jumped on Fortnite when it released. So
Well, Kieran was playing it a bit with Jaden, but
yeah, he was playing the proper mode though.
the proper mode, yeah, the versus the world or whatever it's called.
Yeah, versus the world, that thing. Yeah, which everyone keeps forgetting is a real thing.
Yeah, it's still part of the game.
Exists. It still exists. Yeah, you can still go do that.
Yeah, they give you the option right at the start when you boot up the game.
You can pay for the practice mode for the real mode, which is free.
Yeah,
I feel like that's how Fortnite works.
sort of.
All right, talk me through your Fortnite experience.
I dive out of the battle bus or whatever it's called. I land. I avoid people as much as possible because anytime I get into any sort of shit out situation, I die. So then it's a lot of running into the circle, and then eventually I get shot and died. Yep, that is my Fortnite experience. And
I don't know if you're aware that to win,
yeah,
you have to shoot at minimum one person dead.
yeah, that's true.
So at best you can get. So you've reached your best, really.
Yeah.
If you think you can't kill anyone, second is literally the best you can get.
I did kill one person. Well, I've killed a couple of people. To be fair, I've killed a couple of people, but in that one, there were the other two people fighting, and I just mistimed it. I should have waited till the other dude killed the other dude and then shot that dude because I had like full health and full shield up, so I could have taken a couple of hits. But yeah, I messed up.
How are you going with the building aspect?
Terribly. Yeah, it's not coming naturally. I mean, I don't know how they do it. I mean, just pushing the button just quick. I don't have the finger dexterity, I think.
Well, I like on console. I think it's a lot different,
Yeah.
obviously. But if you're playing on PC, you just hotkey
Everything.
like certain things,
Bricks, yeah.
or basic, everything. Yeah. You just hotkey everything. So that's how when you see really good players, say like Ninja or whatever, they're playing on PC.
Yeah.
And they've got keys mapped, and you see them just like spamming out, just building these things in hot seconds and all over the place. And that's because they've got hotkeys. So, would it be possible for someone playing with a controller to build that fast? I suppose.
Yeah.
If you can work your
Good enough
mind around
practice.
it, is it? Yeah, and practice. Is it certainly a lot easier to do on PC? Yes.
Yeah.
I've only played 1 or 2 matches. I don't know. I played 1 or 2 on my Switch, and that was it. I downloaded it just to. Well, I downloaded on Switch just to be like, how's it run? How's it look? You know, just out of interest, because
Curiosity.
the idea of playing, just a bit of curiosity. I mean, it's fine. I feel like to get good at that game, you need to practice and be good at the building aspects, which my mind was struggling to get around because we spent most of the first half of the year just playing PUBG, which is just the hiding and the shooting and the stuff, the shooties. So
Yeah.
I can see why it grabs kids more though.
It's more cartoony and
yeah,
with the dancing emotes and the
yeah, all that sort of stuff. It's definitely attracts the kids.
I can understand
is,
the addictive nature of it as well, because you can just jump straight back in. You go, oh, just one more chance. I can do a little bit better. I get if only I had a better gun or found grenades or something, I would have done better. But yeah, but
it wasn't even
you
doing
need to be
that
a good
with PUBG,
parent
so I
and
don't think it's a
tell your
Fortnite
children
thing.
not to keep playing until they start playing themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that. I'm sick of hearing it. It's ridiculous. But yeah, any of these types of games. I don't think it's a Battle Royale specific thing. The gameplay loop thing. You can do that in even Call of Duty or something. You do really bad.
Even a roguelike like Rogue Legacy that I remember being
it's just
super
like
into that.
Die, loop back in, loop back in, loop back in. I feel like the what makes Fortnite Fortnite has the elements to make it to bring people back and keep playing with the daily missions and whatever. So makes you want to log on daily, makes you want to complete those, and then the kids are getting on and they're wanting to complete that stuff, and then obviously the gameplay loop itself is addictive. But then I think the reason it just grabs kids is the cartoony nature and all the memes and the fun aspect of it. I'm waiting for Netflix to announce there's a fucking animated TV Fortnite series coming out or something ridiculous.
Wouldn't be the worst idea.
No. I mean, it would make money. I guarantee with how popular it is, everyone would freaking watch it. I mean, I didn't write down the story.
They'd be too busy playing Fortnite.
Yeah. I didn't write down the story because I don't think, as far as I know, Nid was played it and wouldn't have so much to say about it. But Ingress, did you see this story?
No, I don't think so.
Ingress is the game that the people who did Pokemon Go
there was the one
did before Pokemon Go.
It was the beta.
They've turned that. Well, it was running for years before Pokemon Go. I'd never even heard of it. Yeah. And I remember when Pokemon Go got announced, and they're like Niantic Labs or whatever. They've been doing this game Ingress for a couple of years now, with all these portals and stuff in the world, and it's got X amount of a decent player base, like millions or whatever, were playing it for that amount of years. And I was like, what the fuck? This, in general, Ingress, I remember at the time being like, maybe if I knew about this years ago, I would have given it a go, because the idea of having that stuff in real life was kind of cool, but I never even knew about it. But Ingress is getting an anime. They announced an anime. It's like Ingress is getting an anime, and apparently the story is going to tie into story elements that are happening in the game, which I thought was really interesting, because it's like Niantic Labs make Ingress, which is their own IP with a story and whatever else. They then get the opportunity to do the Pokemon, which has an anime, of course, turn that to a game, and then their original game gets turned into an anime. Well, it goes full circle.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. We don't really talk about Fortnite much because no one really plays it, but
it's a small indie game.
So I keep up with the. Did you keep up with the explosion, the rockets, and all that sort of stuff?
Some I don't know. Apparently they broke the sky or something. I mean, it's cool how they did it. I mean, they set a time and
did you watch the video?
No. I've seen some videos of people playing it. I think just like on IGN's Instagram or whatever. But
yeah, I think it's I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
and I can't help but to keep reading, because there's now these other theories, coming into season 5 or whatever, like what's going to come out of the sky and all this sort of stuff. All this stuff interests me. I don't even play the game, but I'm like, this is cool. This is interesting. The fact that there were so many different videos of people that were in the game at the same time when that rocket went off, and because it was a real, quote unquote, real life event, whatever the proper term for it is.
It was like a solar eclipse or something. I guess.
Yeah, so everyone's standing around, and you can find all these videos from people at different spots in the map. And people are like, here's the view of the rocket from insert town name I don't know because I don't play the game. Yeah. Here's the view from Mount such and such. It was interesting. It was cool. I liked it.
My favorite story out of it is apparently a bunch of people were on like a ramp or whatever, like 33 something, looking at it, and then someone shot the ramp and killed all of them. And now has the record now for most kills in a single game.
What a dickhead. That's horrible. That's absolutely disgusting. I did see there was a cool photo I saw too, where like 5 players or something, I think, were like overlooking a cliff or something, and then you can see the rocket just like must have shot past them, and someone had taken a cool screenshot.
Yeah.
Well, it looked photo mode-ish or something. I don't know. They must have done it in like a replay mode or something. But I was like, this is cool. It was one of those photos going around. Like, look at the community aspect, because all these people were standing around just kind of watching this thing going on.
Yeah.
Fortnite. Cool. And I suppose the biggest story, I feel like, from last week was simply We Happy Few getting unbanned.
Yes.
Quote unquote unbanned. If you didn't know, We Happy Few was originally refused classification here in Australia.
i.e. banned.
I ban. They don't use the word ban because it's like, well, they can have it re-looked at. They can like you can make changes to the game and put it through the classification system and have it try and have it reclassified if you make changes to it. You have to pay again. That's why publishers, especially indie developers, like don't really do it because I don't know what the cost is. I think it's something ridiculous, like a few $1,000s or something ridiculous. So it's like if you fail, it's like your driver's test. How many times did you have to do your driver's test before you got it? Just once? Were you lucky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or skilled, as some people would say.
Well, I hate so quick story. So my driver's test, right?
Yeah.
The first time I go to get my this is P's obviously. First time I go to get my P's, we're driving down this hill towards where on our way back to where the place is, the driver's place, whatever it's called. And on the left hand side, there is a school for I don't know.
Children?
Handicapped children, mentally challenged children, something. I don't know what the proper, what they would actually call the school if you looked on the side.
Yep.
But it's a school of like 20 kids, right? Something like that. It's a very small school. It's just there to look after these specific kids. And we get down and he's like, school zone, you were still doing 50. I was like, what? And at time, I kind of believed him. I was like, oh, maybe I missed a sign, I fucked up, whatever. But curiosity kills the cat, So you wonder, of course. You're like, was there really a sign? I didn't see a sign. Where was the school zone sign? I go back up. There is absolutely no school zone signs, and I think there isn't because it's such a small. There is a school there, legit. I found out it's only does about 20 kids or something, but it doesn't have any signs, and I think it doesn't have any school zone signs because it is such a small school. They don't classify it as needing the speed signs, so. This guy's like, you failed, you went through a school zone thing.
Yep.
I come back and say, there's no signs. He says, yeah, but it's still school. And at this point, it's keep arguing or know that this guy's literally ripping me off. As far as I'm concerned, because when I went back, I refused. I asked for someone else. Because as far as I was concerned, he purposely failed me and was looking for a reason to purposely fail me to get money and have me come back. And you could be like, that's conspiracy theory stuff, Dylan, but there was no signs. That's bullshit. You can't just be like, there's a school, there's no signs, you fail. That's not how it works.
I'm no law expert, but so I'm not going to say anything. I don't know.
Give me your uneducated opinion on my story then.
I mean, if the sign's not there, then it's whatever. Well, I guess it's difficult. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if you can't see the sign,
if the sign's out there, you're supposed to know.
You
there's
can get
a
off
school
apparently there. If if a sign's vandalized or obstructed or something, and you're going over the speed limit. So if there's no signs at all, they clarify that it's a school zone. I guess it would make sense that you should have. But driving instructors are terrible people. I guess
they apparently are. I would tell anyone in the future. Who I don't know who's going to be asking me this, but if anyone asked me, I'd be like, don't trust them, don't trust these fucking driving instructors. But yeah, it's like the going for the test costs nearly $100 or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember the amount. So then I had to go again and pay that amount again.
And there's only so many drivers in Tasmania, so I mean they need to get their numbers up. They have to make you take a test over and over again. I
honestly feel like that's exactly what goes down, and it's one of my conspiracy theories.
Could be. I mean. How many tests do you reckon they get a day?
Not that many, I reckon. Fuck them.
Insert conspiracy music.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a few originally denied classification late. What would it have been? Late June? No, late. What's before June? Fuck. May. Yeah, late May. Denied classification late May, and then interestingly, they come back last week at some point last week, and they re-reviewed. So the review board looked at it, which is a separate thing to the the classification board. It's all very confusing. But these 3 people looked at it and deemed that it's fine. It's going to get an R18 rating in Australia. Now, when I read the story originally, I was like, okay, what have they changed? You know? Because the reason they denied its classification was because Australia, for some reason, has this big hiccup on anything to do with drugs that is positive to gameplay or gives you rewards. So the go-to example is Fallout 4. The game we know is Fallout 4 for one tiny detail, and that's that the names of the drugs in game are changed, because the names of the drugs in that game originally were legit
drugs.
You know, like meth. Yeah, it's like meth or whatever. Fuck, I don't know. And now they're changed to jet and whatever stuff.
Yeah.
And they had to change it because some of those drugs you can take in game and they'll be like, well, your stamina comes up faster now.
Yeah.
You have more health, etc., etc., etc. So it was using drugs to get gameplay benefits, which Australia just, for whatever reason, has this big hiccup on. It's weird.
Because if you take drugs in video games, you take drugs in real life. Don't you see the connection?
I mean, yeah. That's probably, you're right. That is probably what they think.
How many people are taking magic mushrooms because of Mario? I mean, it's an epidemic.
When next Mario game they come out, they're legit, like, they're actually called magic shrooms. Australian government's like, fuck, we have to go back and ban all the Mario games.
Yeah.
All these mothers and fathers around the world are just freaking out. They're like, we've been letting our kid play this for years.
You think of the children.
We should have let them play Fortnite instead of Mario.
Yeah. No drugs in Fortnite.
So, yeah. Well, yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we happy for you. Yeah. The main gameplay thing in that game, or one of the main gameplay elements, is it's about taking this drug that basically makes the game easier. That is like core gameplay mechanics. So you take a drug.
But it's not named after a new drug, so why an actual drug? So why isn't it getting the same treatment that Fallout got?
I don't know. This is a weird one, isn't it? I suppose
I guess it's because it's more integral to the gameplay.
Yeah, it's like the main mechanic, I guess, is the thing. Because it's like you can not take the drug, and then everyone in We Happy Few is going to chase you around and be like, you're not one of us, kind of thing. I think that's how it works. So you chase around, you're not one of us. So the game's harder then because there are more people trying to get you. You take the drug, you're part of the group, less people trying to. So the game's in fact easier, and that's the main, or one of the main gameplay mechanics. So yeah, but then they come out. Compulsion Games on their website a couple of days after just put up things said, we're extremely pleased with the decision of the board and excited that Australian fans and new players will be able to experience We Happy Few without modification. I was like, okay, cool. Because I was freaking out for a second going, okay, South Park all over again. What have they changed? How can you change the game considering what it was banned for was one of its main mechanics? You know, it's not like a simple cover-up fix, or like South Park had to delete a scene basically, but it's just like cut out that part of the game or something like that. Put up a cool video and be like, sorry, Australia. Fucking koala in that first
Put
game.
a disclaimer at the start, yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting though. So, but we're now getting We Happy Few. Are you going to play this at
Probably
all?
not.
Do you reckon? You're like, after all this,
I appreciate having the choice to be able to purchase it or not.
That's right.
That is my right
exactly
as an Australian citizen.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Freedom of choice.
Freedom of choice. That's what.
We don't have speech, I've heard.
No, technically not, but choice. Choice is more important.
Yeah.
Because you can choose to speak or you can choose not to speak.
Well, there you go. That's right. Darksiders 3, it's got leaked. Microsoft page put up a post on the page for Darksiders 3.
I thought it had already been announced.
Release date got leaked.
Okay.
November 27th. This was put up on the Microsoft page.
That's got to be like the latest release date this year that we got.
I feel like that we know. Yeah. it's very, very late. Or maybe there's something to say. We'll get to that in a minute. But so the game's coming out. They announced a bunch of editions. I'm presuming that this is leaked ahead of Gamescom because, as I was saying before, THQ Nordic is going to be at Gamescom. The Dark Side story, I'm still at that level of I'm interested just to see how well it does, just from industry interest standpoint thing,
like a critical.
Because like just out of interest, because when it got announced, it was really weird. And lots of people were like, "Are you showing us alpha gameplay?" Lots of people critical on the art style.
Nick.
It's a franchise that was really cool when it dropped. I remember when Darksiders 1 came out, everyone was talking about it for a while. I don't know if it sold well, but critically everyone was like, it's like a Zelda-esque, whatever, go around, talked about heaps. Darksiders 2 comes out. I feel like they spent billions and millions of dollars on promoting that game, trying to make it this big thing, and then it wasn't. Because they had like these giant scythes and whatever the fuck else that was running around. I remember Kind of Funny got sent one or whatever.
Yeah, all the blades and whatever.
Yeah.
Something, I can't remember.
So that was really weird. And that's why they probably went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Bankrupt. So that was just I feel like that was just odd decision after odd decision. But the thing I'm looking forward to seeing at, if they, presumably they're going to show it at fucking Gamescom, is that Biomutant game. Remember this?
Yes, I went to JV and I saw they've got the coming soon thing.
Oh, do they?
I saw it during E3 week and I'm like, oh yeah, that game's coming out. I wonder why I was in at E3. I guess because they think that Gamescom is a better fit.
Because I did the same sort of thing. I remember seeing a picture of it like a week out of E3 or something like that, and being like, oh yeah. Completely fucking forgot that was a game that existed, because they showed that first teaser trailer or whatever for it like a year ago, I feel.
Somewhere.
Quite some time ago. And then nothing about it for ages. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to be at Gamescom, just hold on. I was like, hey, I'm excited for that, because I reckon that little dude looked cool, and the premise and setup of that game sounds interesting. That's a game I'm legit like, show me information, get me excited, because you have my interest. And they're like, nah, you can wait. Fuck, do you just want money, or do you want to fail like old THQ? Fuck.
So
get
weird.
the work, guys. We've got the results from the Game Critics Awards. So this is
the E3
the E3 results. So this is the culmination of most of those people. If you ever look on Twitter or wherever, when E3's on, you see people handing out those what are those stickers? What the fuck would you call them?
Whatever.
Like, plaques, yeah. So different sites. There's 51 sites from combination of American and international that basically put up these plaques on games for awards. Best of show, whatever.
Yep.
And then this is the culmination that all goes towards then the Game Critic Awards, tallies up all that, and then you get the final results. So these are pretty much, if you're ever looking for what is the best of E3, I think these are the go-to, because it's a culmination of everyone's, or an average of everyone's kind of thing, Instead of just being, what's the best of E3, says IGN. What's the best of E3, says Polygon, Kotaku, etc.
And then they do math. And then come up with what the best.
Math.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the math is, this game has 10 plaques, this game has 9. Like, which one wins?
Yeah.
All right, so let's run through these and see if there's anything interesting that stands out. The best of show, which is pretty much best overall game, stand out. Best game.
Starlink.
Best of show. Resident Evil 2.
A remake. Interesting.
Yeah. And if you thought, I mean, most sites you've seen chucking around, Cyberpunk, whatever else,
Spider-Man, Last of Us,
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of this might have to do with, because I feel some of the people might not get to see the behind the door stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even though they're there as
I think those, well, at least Last of Us and Cyberpunk, I don't think people had hands on. I don't know if that's a criteria thing. From what I've heard, it was all like played demos. Like,
Yeah.
dev played the demos and they watched gameplay.
Yeah, that's probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, Kind of Funny gave their best of game, but they might have gave their best plaque to something else, I guess.
Yeah.
I know it's weird. But best of show, Resident Evil 2. That's, remake. Well, it's not like a HC remaster, though. It is a proper remake, to be fair. So it's not... I don't feel like it's a cop-out. It's just like, give the best of show to an up-resed game. It's basically ground up.
Yeah.
Best original game. Got any guesses?
Skull and Bones.
Dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's most original.
Yeah. Well, I was chucking a little bit spoiling that. Overall, Sony got the most like awards, like Sony dev.
It's impressive because they showed the least. So
yeah, yeah, no, it is right. But yeah, Dreams. It's. I'm glad to see that more people got to see that game. I didn't get to see fucking anything.
We saw those vignettes during the press conference.
The press conference, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently,
I
it's
feel
good.
so bad. Yeah,
is it ever going to come out? That's the question.
Fucking hell. I feel so bad because every time Dreams comes up, I'm like, I kind of stick up for the game, just being like, I'm legit interested and will pick up Dreams to support them.
Yep.
And
Meet a
Medical, yeah. And I did mental blank on the name. Thank you for saving me. Because as I've said several times before, it's, do I want to create games? No, not really. I don't want to sit there and do all that. That doesn't sound fun. Do I have an interest in playing all these other games that people are going to create that's cool? Yeah.
Yeah.
And from everything I've read about it, I remember reading even last year when it's like, you can fucking basically do anything in this game. You can create literal old great soundtracks in the game. There's a whole music maker system, all sorts of stuff. Like, this shit sounds insane. And this also, you can tie it into the story. Game Maker 5 or whatever was announced to be coming to consoles this week as well, which was weird.
That is weird.
Weird thing. RPG Maker 5 or whatever.
I know what you mean.
Most recent one.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But that's a thing. Best console.
Do you reckon Dreams is going to be successful? I feel like especially in the environment now with like Twitch and YouTube and that, it could really blow up. Like, especially people like watching people make stuff as well. That would be interesting to see. And then being able to play the end product yourself later. I mean, that if like some big artsy people get on board, that could be pretty cool.
Yeah. I feel like because Little Big Planet has a huge audience.
Yeah.
Or a big enough community, right? And I think a lot of people are automatically going, this game's not going to sell well. No one knows what it's about, etc., etc., etc. It's just going to come out and flop. No one's going to buy it. I feel like the core, those people that were out there all the time playing Little Big Planet, really involved in that community, really loved the building in that game. They're all going to buy this, and they're all kind of sitting at home quiet, just being like, "Yep, going to buy it when it comes out." They're not. They're just sitting there waiting. When it comes out, they're going to buy it. I reckon you'll have a bunch of people like me who are kind of sitting around. Yep, I'll buy it when it comes out. I'm interested in playing other people's games. That sounds fun. That's what I like in Little Big Planet. And then I think they can grab a huge market depending on how the marketing goes when the game releases.
Yeah.
And I think swinging it with getting it to a bunch of Twitch streamers early would be a good way to go about it. Would probably be one of the best ways I feel like they could market it. Because there's no trailer that exists for this game that you could make that is going to explain what it is and make people want to buy it, I feel.
No.
You know? There's no 2-minute video you can watch on your phone and go...
There's no TV spot that you can put together.
No TV spot. You're not going to walk into EB Games, see the trailer playing on their TV and go, oh, what's that? Can I put my money down on Dreams? So, yeah, I do feel like the best marketing they could do would be a week or even earlier, if they possibly can, just get it to some big... I don't know if there was... I presume there was a community of Little Big Planet streamers. I presume there would be. It's like, get it to them. Get it to some of the big streamers. Because people need to see the game being played. you know? And that's the best way to market it, I feel. But I think people are jumping to conclusions when you're just saying it's going to flop as soon as it comes out. I feel like that's a stretch to say it's going to flop. Considering it's a successful dev, it's up to. There's no reason to be like, it's a little unknown studio that's making a weird game. It's like people know Media Molecule. People have respect for Media Molecule.
Yeah.
So it's not unknown dev who no one respects. Do I have any interest in this game? No. People know them. People just sitting there quietly.
I think everybody's probably just worried that they've been working on this for so long, like since PS4 launched or was announced. So, can they recoup the cost they've put into making this game? Is what I imagine everybody's concern is.
Yeah, I do find it interesting that Sony isn't pushing them to. I mean, that's kind of points to Sony on that one for still putting up with them for so.
This is the studio that let Last Guardian be in development for decades.
Yeah, that's true. It's also, I mean, lately Sony just keeps proving they'll let all their studios take as much time as necessary, really. Yeah. And maybe you could look at being like, well, they gave them X amount of years to work on God of War, but, obviously that's going to pay off because it's a bigger franchise. But I feel like the moment they're like, well, we'll give this studio 5 years to work on a game because they're working on a big known property like God of War, but you're working on some weird fucking artsy-fartsy game, you can only have 2 years to finish your game. It's like at that stage, developers looking at Sony would be like, well, if you want to go to them with a new IP, they're only going to let you have 2 years to work on it. But if you want to work on the next fucking big game, they'll give you 5 years. Yeah. So that's like bad press for them, I suppose. Yeah. Whereas if Sony's just kind of known as happy to play ball and support people's creative visions between anything from God of War to Dreams, then that's better press for them as a company.
And better working relations going forward, hopefully.
Yeah. And if Dreams comes out and it's received critically well, which from everything I've read and we hear and we see and we're looking at it.
It's the best original game, apparently.
Best original game. For everything points to it coming out and getting good reviews. The thing is just people buying it. And getting people to buy it is on that marketing side, and that's the thing they're failing at. And those vignettes at E3 isn't helping people buy the game because people are still just like, what? Half the people probably didn't even know it was Dreams.
It didn't help that they didn't promote it in any way or put Dreams in the vignettes at all.
On the title or something? Yeah. So that was weird. Dreams is an interesting one. I'm kind of hoping it shows up at Gamescom. I actually don't know. I haven't looked up to see if Sony's making any sort of appearance. They did.
I don't think they did. No. Last year they were at Tokyo and then Paris Games.
No, they skipped it for the thing. Yeah, but they've done it before, so I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, I hope we see it at some point within the next ones. At least, at minimum, at PSX, please, for the love of all things good in the world.
Yeah, give us a
can't end this year without more details on Dreams. It's been too long. Yeah. Best console. So I presume this is best console, like first party exclusive game. Yeah, I think is what it means. Take a guess. There's not that many.
Halo 6.
Nope. Remember, it has to be playable is the rules we're going for.
Gears of War 4. 5.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, of course.
Spider-Man. Come on, Ash. Fucking Gears of War. Spider-Man. I even told you before Sony got the most awards. So, yeah, Spider-Man won that. I don't think that's a really big...
No.
It's like who'd have thunk it.
It's so far...
It's winning awards everywhere.
It's almost gold. I mean, we're getting it in like 2 months.
Yeah. We're getting it in 2 months. We don't really need to talk about it. Although I could tie it in.
I need it.
To the other story. Have you seen this other story about the Secret Six leaked?
No.
Well, kind of leaked. Is it a leak? Don't know. Is it something else? We don't know. So this dude, who's a Call of Duty pro player or something.
Reliable source.
Name Drifter.
Sounds like he has inside knowledge.
Drifter with a 0. He was interviewing the actor who plays Rhino. Okay, because the guy who plays Rhino is in Call of Duty games.
Oh, okay.
Now, I quickly tried to find out that actor's name before the show. I couldn't find it, and the article I was reading from, comicbook.com,
Yeah.
did not write his name. So I was like, cool, thank you. I went on IMDb for Spider-Man. They've only got Yuri and the other person listed on there. So I'm like, good job, IMDb. We're getting fucking nowhere. Not helping me at all. So that he's interviewing the guy who's playing Rhino, and they're talking about Call of Duty for the most of it in the video, apparently. The video has since been removed, which is the go-to, like, does it have... Is it like something Sony's trying to hide? Like, because it got removed, it got pulled down, but then of course someone had already saved it and they clipped out the 6 seconds that was necessary, and you can find that. So all he says is a throwaway line about how they was recording one scene one day, and everyone there, it was there, and it's really intense. He's like, I'm over here as the Rhino, and Doc Ock's over there. There's a lot going on.
Okay.
That's the throwaway. That's the throwaway confirmation line. So he says Doc Ock. So as far as I'm concerned, this pretty much confirms it, because why? Well, you can put it at 90-something% because Doc Ock could be in the game but not the leader, I guess. But it makes sense for Doc Ock to be the
it makes
leader,
sense.
I guess.
I mean, his suit would make lights, I guess, which is what at the end of that trailer, something lights up Spider-Man's face. So
yeah. When would they announce Doc Ock's going to actually be in the game? I don't know. Maybe the last trailer. I feel like they're trying to hide it.
Yeah.
They're just like wanting it to be a reveal type thing.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, there's only so many villains it could have been. So, I mean, Doc Ock's
It was either him or Goblin.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
this is like someone completely off the rails, which I doubt.
Yeah. Best VR/AR game. Got a guess? Playable.
Tetris Effect.
Got him.
Yeah.
Spot on.
It's the only VR game I could think of that they showed it all.
It's the only one that matters as far as anyone cares.
Yeah.
Best VR game, Tetris Effect. Yeah, we talked about it a bit. Can't wait. Really exciting. Best PC game.
Fortnite.
That the Fortnite winner was Anthem.
Oh, okay.
Which I found interesting.
Yeah.
I found interesting that got enough awards considering... Well, I suppose at the show, people there actually playing it. This is the thing. You get so used to seeing such a vitriol online, and then you forget that that's just the fucking vocal minority of fucking stupid internet people who haven't actually played the game or anything. You're like, everyone hates Anthem, but people at the show who are actually getting their hands on it are kind of like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
Like, I might have problems with it, it's all right. And then you look online, all these people are like, fuck you, BioWare, you just blah, 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 blah. It's like,
no relationships. I don't care about anything anymore.
Like, fuck this game. One of the biggest complaints I saw the other day, so they put up an 18-minute like gameplay video. I can't remember to which site, but I watched it, and the first comment was, text size is still too big for the numbers. And they had like 60-something upvotes. I'm like, well, that's why I wouldn't pre-order a game either. Best hardware / peripheral.
The Duke controller for the Xbox.
The what?
They're bringing back the original controller for the Xbox.
Oh no, it's an Xbox controller. It's not that though. It's the Xbox adaptive controller.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that does make... Best action game went to Anthem, so I'll skip that. Best action adventure game, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Best RPG,
Kingdom Hearts 3.
spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there was that many there anyway, so I can't even think of any other ones that would have been there. Like Octopath was probably might have been there. I don't even know.
No, I think it was all just Smash Brothers. That's all Nintendo brought, from what I heard.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, best fighting game,
Tekken.
Smash Brothers. You literally just said it. Best Smash Brothers. Best racing game.
Forza.
Come on,
It's gotta be Forza.
Yes, correct. Okay. I don't think there was any other racing games.
I couldn't think of a joke answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Best sports game.
Madden or FIFA.
FIFA.
Yeah,
Doesn't FIFA just win every year
probably.
for these types of things? Best strategy game. Not gonna, Total War 3 Kingdoms will fucking. Best family / social game.
Gears Pop.
Kieran would have loved that.
Yeah.
Overcooked 2.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
I assume.
Best online multiplayer.
Anthem.
Battlefield 5.
Ooh, I'm sure the fans will be happy about that.
Dems be fighting words. Best independent game.
I don't know. No idea. I can't think of any.
There's something that was announced like a couple years ago. If that helps.
No, it really doesn't.
At Xbox.
We happy for you. Yeah.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Ah. Is that independent, really?
Yeah, no, we're in shady territory with indie games these days.
Yeah.
Well, Microsoft is publishing it, but it's okay. It's a bit weird. Best ongoing game. This is-
Anthem or Destiny.
No, come on. Come on.
Fortnite.
Yes. Fucking Fortnite. Which is like iOS, Mac, PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One. List it for fucking everything.
It's on anything that... It's almost at Skyrim levels. Soon you're going to be able to play Fortnite on your Alexa. I don't know how, but...
Talk me through how that works.
I'm not sure yet. I'll have to break down the mechanics. Epic, talk to me. We can make it happen.
Now, these ones are special commendations. So I don't know exactly how these work, but special commendations for graphics. They got 3 titles listed: Cyberpunk, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima. You can't really argue against those.
No, they all look
3
beautiful.
being
So
yeah, they're probably the standout, best looking games. Special commendation for sound, Last of Us 2. Special commendation for innovation, Cyberpunk 2077. There you go.
interesting.
So there's the surely last time we'll talk about E3, but it's like if the game industry is not giving us more fucking news to talk about, we'll just talk about E3 a bit more, I guess. Now this past week, Anime Expo has been on, Ash.
Yes, it
Are
has.
you aware? Have you been paying attention to any of
I've seen lots of cosplay.
Yeah, that's all you care about.
Dancing mascots in big suits.
Dancing mascots and stuff. Now I only brought it up because I know you watch the animes.
I've watched some animes, yes.
You've watched some animes. So I don't know if you'd read anything that's come out of Anime Expo that's grabbed you. So I think this from in front of me, what I've got that's kind of standout stuff. The only one that I care about really is they talked about this like 2 weeks ago, but they showed a trailer and explained more. That Kill la Kill game. Do you see this one?
No.
Kill la Kill, the game, which is is of course because it's an anime title. It's a ridiculous fucking name. It's not. I didn't add in the game. It's literally called Kill la Kill the game, if.
You sure it's not just
Because-
IF?
No, it's if because it's like a alternate like history or like
okay.
like instead of following
It's not
the anime,
canon. It's like an alternate.
it's like
universe or whatever.
alternate if this happened kind of thing. It's like
There's
if,
a terrible
like,
name.
Ooh, there's
But
fucking
kind of
most
good.
of these games.
I don't.
Let's argue most of these.
I mean-
so that's an anime that I like. So
Yeah.
I'm interested in this. Although it's been made like by one of those big fighting company places that make Dragon Ball and whatever the fuck else.
Yeah.
I have an interest in just playing through the story mode because I'm wondering what the if scenarios are all about. But if it's like 4 hours and it's mostly just made for 2-player battles or some bullshit, then I'll just be like, yeah, I'll wait for it to be like $10 and maybe buy it then. But other than that, I don't really care. You got now anything. All the rest of this I don't really care about.
All right.
My Heroes One Justice got a release date. Code Vein, new characters revealed for Code Vein. Jump Force Blaze Blue Cross Tag Team Battle. Soul Calibur 6. Shenmue 1 and 2 got release dates. That's not anime, but
I guess, kind of.
That came, yeah, I guess.
When is it?
That came out of the whole event. Next late August.
Okay.
August something, 20 something. Are you gonna pick it up?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Not unless it looks
like
really good and then people rave about it or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The way he was like, when's it coming out? I was like, oh, you excited?
No, I was just curious. Maybe it's a clue as to when Shenmue 3 will come out.
Oh, that shit ain't coming out until they get the money from this fucking HD collection to put back into making that's number
true.
3. Exactly how it's going to be working. My Hero Academia. Academia?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
My Hero 1's Justice gets a release date. Now this is the only other thing that stood out to me, because it's like I saw that news title, went, oh yeah, that's a anime that everyone's just talking about.
Yep.
Maybe I should actually get to watching or reading the manga or whatever.
That's pretty good.
I'd no interest. I listened to Greg's Comic Book Club this week. Kind of funny.
Shout out. Give them a plug.
Out.
They need the help.
Babs Tar was on there.
She's good.
If you listen to me ever talk about comic books, you know I'm quite a fan of. Now, so their comic book club show works in the way that the guest for that month at the end of the show gives what they have to read for next month.
Okay.
I think, and she picked My Hero Academia, the manga for them to read coming into next month. And then all I keep seeing is this stuff about the game. Then I'm like, is this something like? Am I missing a big thing here, everyone?
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
When I was in my younger years, and by younger I mean I don't know, like 16 to 21 or something, I suppose. When I used to watch a fuck ton of anime and keep up and all this sort of stuff. Now I don't keep up, and I'm just like, is this a thing, guys? Is this something I need to know about? Apparently it is.
Yep.
There's a bunch of other stuff. Has anything come out from this that's interested you that you've seen?
Not really. I mean,
you're a fake anime nerd.
Well, tie-in games are never that great. So
that's true. Well, the Dragon Ball one everyone loves.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
Yeah. Everybody does love that.
Fighting games. That's how you make a good anime. That's the go-to now. Everyone's just like, anime games just have to be
fighting games. Like that. Is it the Jump game? Jump Force, whatever they showed on Xbox.
Jump Force, yeah.
Yeah.
Where, did you know, so go back, if you watch our E3 Reacts coverage, there was a part in that, I didn't really care for most of it, when they showed that Light and Ryuk from Death Note were going to be in it. I'm like, I'm fucking down.
Yeah.
I want to walk out onto the battlefield and just write someone's name in the book and win. That sounds fucking fun. I want to find it. But realistically, I thought, you know, you'll fight as Ryuk or something. That's how it could work. Find out later, they're not going to be playable characters. They're just in it for a story element. Rip.
Yep.
Rip. That's what I'll say.
But it's still coming. It's not dead.
That's the length of our anime talk. I tried, everyone. Ash is a fake anime fan. He doesn't keep up with anime. Doesn't help me at all.
Nope.
All right. Last segment of the show. Everyone this week has been doing for this week and last week. All I've seen, most podcasts are doing best of 2018 list, and that's not shit talking. That's because, like us, they're like, "What the fuck do we talk about?"
Yeah. There's only so many times we can talk about E3. I mean,
yeah, and we've managed to pull it out for another week. There you go. We're pros at talking about E3. We can drag it out more. What do you got? Best of more awards? Give them to me. We'll talk about them.
The underrated games of E3 next week.
Yeah, most underrated games that you didn't see out at E3. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do the best of what are your best games of 2018 so far, because I don't feel like personally I have too many. What would your answers be off the top of your head? You'd be like God of War, Detroit.
God of War, Detroit. I can't think of the third.
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
and which we literally spent like 20 minutes, 30 minutes talking about last week. So
Yeah.
doing that subject seemed kind of redundant. So let's run through a list of the games that are going to be coming out for the rest of the year, and tell me what stands out. Tell me what you're most looking forward to for the rest of the year, basically.
Okay.
Is the gist. I got the list off GameSpot.com. So if they haven't listed something here per month, you can send all complaints to @GameSpot on Twitter. I presume that's their Twitter.
Surely they
July.
got GameSpot.
Hey?
Surely they got GameSpot.
Let's presume, yeah. Let's just presume. Surely. I'll start with stuff. I'll start from the top of July, even though some of this stuff is already released. But so you had Jurassic World Evolution come out, physical release. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. Now this came out last week. Did you ever?
No,
back in the
I
day,
never
you ever
played
see
it.
this game?
I knew of it. All I knew about it is you could blow up everything. All the walls were destructible and everything. Yeah.
My Red Faction Guerrilla story is this. I had the game. I wanted the platinum it, of course. This was at the height of every game I played, I had to be able to platinum. You know, like I was looking, I couldn't just sit down and kind of just play a game. So I got the game, and then I found out it had a bunch of multiplayer trophies. I was like, fuck. Well, if I find someone to help me out with these multiplayer trophies and get those out of the way, then I can go back and do the story ones, you know, any old time. And I found this one person online to help me grind for a couple hours one night. I think I got about halfway there to the max level or whatever you need to do. And overall, it was probably going to take us, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours of grinding to get this fucking trophy, right?
Terrible.
And I just sat there with this dude with podcasts on listening, and he was probably doing the same, I presume. We just hooked up through ps3trophies.org or something like that on the forums. And then I think after that, he was like, nah, fuck this shit, it's too boring, and we never wanted to do an obsession. And I couldn't blame him.
Right.
And then I also was kind of like, nah, fuck that. And I never got back to it. And I refused to start story mode because I couldn't go and get those online trophies out of the way. And then I never actually played the story mode at all. Never started it. So if you look on my profile, I don't know what trophies I have for it. I presume I have like 1 or 2% for a couple online trophies, and that's it. I thought about picking up the remaster thing, but I was like, there's stuff. I'll probably play it for a couple hours and then get sidetracked and never come back to it. So didn't bother picking it up.
Remars to collection.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's a good pun. Yeah.
You got there. Good job. Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Matri. I don't know. Fucking sounds like a Nick game.
Yep.
Shining Resonant. No. Earthfall. This is the twin shooter. You're like, nah, I don't care.
Nope.
That's the answer to that. Adventure Time Pirates of Incrodia? No, fuck it. We don't care about that either.
Incoridian?
We don't care about any of these games, do we?
I mean,
Sonic Mania Plus.
what's the plus?
I don't know. Mega Man Collection 1+2. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bargain.
The Banner Saga 3.
I own 1 and 2. I've not put any time into it.
Oh my god, really? Have you just bought both? Were they on sale?
Yeah,
or something?
probably. Yeah.
Why the fuck have you not been playing those instead of just playing nothing or Fallout Shelter or whatever?
Maybe I will. I'll get into the Banner Saga tonight.
Is Kieran rubbing off on you and his I don't know how to play games anymore shit?
Maybe.
If you watched, missed last week's, or if you missed Friday as at the time of recordings, early late nights, Kieran's topic of the show was, I don't know what to play anymore.
Yeah.
I don't feel like, I don't really know what to play. I don't really know what to do. I play Overwatch. I don't really feel like playing that either, but I'll just do it. I'm like, this sounds like the true story of a heroin addict where they're just like, I don't really feel like playing Overwatch anymore, but I just got to do it.
I was not on board with your heroin addict connection at the start, but then you got me at the end.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sure they're like, oh, I don't feel like doing heroin anymore, but I have to do it.
But I have to do it, yeah. It's like a true addict.
I mean,
thing.
it's in the name.
Yeah.
Heroin, so if I'm not a heroin addict, what am I? That sort
Take
of
that
existential question.
Just take that audio cue. That was very nice. Just I'll take that out.
Yeah.
Just upload that as its own thing.
I'm happy to keep adding those awesome bits.
Moving into August, we have Overcooked 2.
Online multiplayer. That's something we could do.
Yeah. It is something.
Yeah. I remember me and Nick being very good at it at 4 o'clock in the morning during.
I remember you being terrible at it.
I'm pretty sure we passed all the levels, so.
Is that the only time you've played it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played it.
No.
I never played the first one. I own it. I brought it and I put it on my front page of my PlayStation, and then I set a second controller down next to me on the couch one day, and just sat there for an hour going, one day.
Yep.
One day, never happens. Madden NFL. No, okay. We happy for you, August 10th. Yes, now this actually means something.
Yeah.
Before, when they're out at E3 and they're like, we happy for you, releases worldwide. No, you fucking salt in my wounds, sir.
Yeah.
But maybe they knew. Death's Gambit. I have no fucking idea what this game is. The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 1 is out August 14th. Hey, are you going to have caught up by then, Ash?
Probably not. Let's be honest.
But to be fair, I haven't played the third season yet either.
Yeah. Me neither.
Will I have finished the third season by then? It's not impossible. I don't. It's hot. You're at 1% chance of catching up.
Yeah.
I'm at 20% or something, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll put for me. I'm a little bit higher, but F1 2018. No, I don't. None of us really care. Little Dragon's Cafe. Never heard of it. Cool title.
Yeah.
Yakuza Kiwami. Is that how you say it?
Kiwami 2?
Yeah. 2, which had a demo drop last
Recently,
week.
yeah.
Recently, if you want to check that out. I've not played any of the Yakuza games though.
I'm always tempted, but
Yeah,
especially with all the
like
remasters
100
coming out
hours
and the new ones, yeah.
and something else, yeah. They always come out at weird times where it's like, do you care about if you're in the niche of Yakuza games, you're like, yes, Yakuza, I don't care about this insert big third party or first party title release that always comes out around the same time or like a week or two after, that you're like, well, I've got 2 weeks, but Yakuza's going to take me 100 hours, so no. No.
I did watch the GameSpot's history of Yakuza. I'm like, oh, it looks pretty interesting.
It's confusing because this Kiwami thing's like a prequel or something.
No, it's like they're remaking the first. That's instead of putting remake, they put Kiwami. It's pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Is what I've gathered. Yeah.
But wasn't there one that like released last year or
They
something like
made
that?
Zero, which is like a prequel, like a fully made from the ground prequel.
Oh my god, it's all over the place. Divinity Original Sin 2 releases for PS4 and Xbox One on August 31st. Now, I got this on PC.
Did you get it through Twitch Prime? Is that the one that...
No, I think they put the first one up on Twitch Prime. This one came out last year. This is the one that I think Nick wanted to win Game of the Year and then got all pissy that no one else... I mean, I gave it points when we did Game of the Year voting last year. I gave it some of my points. But it was like, other than me and Nick, I don't think anyone else had played it. Like, I don't think Kieran... I don't think Kieran played it. And then no one else plays PC games, obviously, at the Explosion Network when we did our Best of Year awards. So I was like, look... Just give up the fight there, Nick. I'm sorry. Will I pick it up on PS4? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I already have it, so do I want to spend the money? But obviously the trophies and all that sort of stuff. I wanted to kind of go back to it. It's a very hardcore RPG is the thing. I think I put in X amount of hours. I was enjoying it and then got sidetracked with something else completely. But it's fun. It's a hardcore kind of RPG.
Yeah. Old school.
Yeah, old school, like top down.
Isometric.
Isometrical view. Not like it looks shitty, it's just like that's the view. But it's fun. It's fun. Cool story. September. Destiny 2. No, none of us care. Dragon
Didn't
Quest
that come out
11. Already? Forsaken DLC or whatever. Dragon Quest 11. Echoes of an Elusive Age. PS4.
Cool name.
It's a cool name. Cool. I picked that up back in the day. These days I probably wouldn't. Immortal Unchained. I have no idea what that is. NBA Live 19. Is this the one that people like or the one that
No, that's the one that nobody cares about. That's the EA one.
Cares about. Okay. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. Sounds like a fighting anime game.
It does.
Spider-Man. September 7th.
Just give it to us now.
Is this do you reckon so far this is the, like, but what nothing in July really grabs you? Nothing in August really grabs you?
No.
September is it for you?
Yes.
So until September, it's all Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everyone's going to... September 7th, everyone's going to be playing Spider-Man. This is going to be the day, like kind of God of War, I suppose, where I open up my PlayStation to stick in the disc that morning to install it or whatever, and everyone on my friends list, I presume, will just be Spider-Man,
Playing.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And that's probably how it'll be for a couple of weeks after that. I expect to see many, many people. Kind of like God of War. Remember the first couple of days or the first week of that? Everyone was playing God of War, but there was like one random person always just playing something completely different, like Call of Duty 2, Black Ops 2 or some random shit. You know, not even like a recent thing. I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Get it. What are you doing? You're not even playing. It's not even like a recent game. You're like, nah, God of War's not for me. I'll play something else that's released recently or something, but fucking weirdo. Yeah, so Spider-Man, roll excited. NBA 2K, September 11th.
That's the one everybody wants. It's got oh, what's his name? Simmons on the front. They knew it. The rookie of the year. Ben
Don't
Simmons.
ask me.
Basketball.
Shadow of the
Are they
Tomb
going to
Raider,
introduce a
that's-
brawl mode in this season? In the new version. That's a current sports reference.
Okay. Shadow of the Tomb Raider out September 14th. This is still very much, every time we've talked about it, neither of us have finished the second one,
No.
so it's still... until I finish the second one, this game is not on my radar, because I would not skip the second one to go play this one.
I think I won't finish it until this one comes out, and if it gets like huge critical ratings and that, like 10s and stuff.
Would you rush out to play it if it was...
I wouldn't rush out because I'd still be playing Spider-Man, hopefully.
Yeah, well, that is the truth. If it comes out and places are giving it 9s or 10s, that'll make me want to pick up Rise after Spider-Man. Probably, I would presume that might be how it works. Oh, Shadow of the Tomb Raider's got 10s and 9s all over the place. I'd be like, okay, when I've platinum Spider-Man, I'll go start chipping away at Rise of the Tomb Raider so I can get Shadow probably at a Christmas sale or something. I guess.
Yep.
Would be how I'd probably go about it. If Shadow comes out and it's getting not bad reviews, but 7s, 8s, somewhere. Most people like it's more Tomb Raider. Blah 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 blah. If you like the other ones, you like this. I'll probably just be like, I will try to finish Rise within the next 6 months and pick this up on the sale at some point.
Yeah.
But there's no way I'm rushing out, especially because September 21st, motherfuckers, Spyro, the Reignited trilogy's out. This is the one. This is the one, Ash.
Yep.
You want to talk about Spider-Man being the best game of September? You're wrong. You're straight up wrong. It's Spyro.
Did Spyro win best console game of E3?
Did in my heart. I'm not even like it's.
I'm happy for you.
Right.
I want you to have this 2 years in a row.
I know it's great, and then next year probably Medieval.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's on a roll of my childhood is coming back to me, and I like all these people who just complain about the childhood's getting ruined. I'm like, yeah, you just
No, you don't remake them. You just remaster them.
Yeah, remaster them. That's how you fix stuff. George Lucas fucked up. He should have just remastered the movies, not added more scenes. Although, to be fair, they added stuff in Crash Bandicoot, like DLC and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, video games are a different story. Yeah, so the number one thing I'm excited about for the forthcoming is Octopath Traveler, I would say, which is this week. That's on Switch.
That does look good.
Not really relevant to the show, but
it could get ported. It's a Square Enix game. We don't know the exclusivity.
I don't think it's going to get ported. But that developer has made 3DS games in the past and stuff. That's a Nintendo relationship. Then after that, I'd say Overcooked 2. I'm interested in. Because I can actually play this one. And then, but the big game, of course, Spider-Man. But I'm being, not even as a meme. If you were like Dylan, if they came out same day, Spider-Man and Spyro, I would probably chuck Spyro in first.
No. That's the kind of person you are.
What's that even mean? That's the kind of person I am. What's that mean?
It means you'd want to play Spyro instead of Spider-Man.
Spyro's great. Are you going to play this? Do you reckon?
Depends on the price point and how it...
I presume it'll be like $60.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not 100% sure because I put my money down on the $110 Steelbook.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of person you are.
It's true. Yeah, so Spyro, I'm super pumped for. Will I stream all of them like I did Crash? Maybe. Find out. Stay tuned. Twitch.tv/Explosion. Sounds like an idea. These ones are going to be a lot easier to platinum, though, which is the other exciting thing. And because, you know, we've got this platinum goal by the end of the year, 169, if you didn't know. I'm trying to get to 169 by the end of the year. What are you at? 104. So I think I've got 18 to go or something like that. Or 17. Like it's not, and we're halfway, so I'm like, that's true. That's fine. Like,
what's Kieran?
I feel like he's not close. He's not going to achieve the goal. Is the standout point.
Did we agree on some sort of punishment?
Yeah, he has to buy us all dinner or something. I don't know if that was agreed upon, but that's the rule.
Yeah.
Knocked it in.
That's the agreement we come to without him here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they work. That's how all good agreements work. But Spyro should be 3 easier platinums because, well, the first one might be a little bit hard because some of they've got like these time trial, or not time trial. They're kind of, you have to like glide through a bunch of fucking hoops in the sky.
Pilot wing style.
And yeah, exactly. And as a kid, I remember struggling with a lot of them. But at the same time, I think as a kid, I was better at these games because they just were. So I'm going to go in and it'll be like, maybe they weren't so hard. Maybe they were harder. I don't know. Spyro 2 and 3, though, are very much a lot easier. They have some challenge type stuff, but most of them is just like find all the gems in the level, etc., etc., etc. And I presume all the trophies will just be 100% the game, you know, blah, 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 do all that sort of shit. So that should be fun. Valkyria Chronicles 4 comes out September 5th. Every time, this is weird. Valkyria Chronicles is a weird franchise because I played the first one, right? Really liked it. Never finished it. Really liked it. Good game. Didn't have trophies. Rip. Number 2 was only on PSP. Or Vita, whatever it was, I can't remember. And then they put out this other one, Valiant something, whatever, last year. And then you got like 4 coming out. It's like all of a sudden the Valiant Valkyria Chronicles stuff is just coming out my fucking
they're pumping them out.
Where it's like
everybody's demanding them, and then they start pumping them out. Yeah,
it's like, calm down, guys. There was a period of time where I actually wanted these games, and you didn't give them to me, and now I don't have time to invest in them, and you've lost me. Code Vein comes out September 28th. That's an anime thing, I think, isn't it?
I assume so. That sounds like an anime thing.
Sounds like an anime thing. FIFA 19 comes out September 28th. Now, if I'm to believe what GameSpot has written here, this comes out on PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Switch, and PC. Really?
Yeah.
PS3 and, I suppose.
PS3. Yeah. Probably just like a cut-down version, I'd imagine.
That's odd, but sure. October. We have Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise.
Another anime game.
You're pumped? You're pumped? Mega Man 11 comes out October 2nd. Maybe I don't know. Maybe depends on the price point. I'd jump in, try it for a couple of hours, fail horribly, and be like, "Fuck!" But I did it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out October 5th. Don't care.
I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game.
One year might grab you.
Yeah.
One year you might be like, "This is the one."
Greece is cool.
Greece is cool.
Relationships are cool.
Yeah.
2 genders are cool.
I can't for it. WWE 2K19.
It's got AJ Styles on the cover.
Wrestling's cool. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 comes out October 12th. I'm going to be honest. This is the first year where I'm kind of like, do I want to just pick up, like, all these fucking, it's because Battlefield, of course, Battle Royale, Call of Duty Battle Royale, the no single player thing, all sorts of weird stuff that it's not even because I'm super excited about what's going to be in the game. I'm just kind of like, it's so different for the franchise that I kind of want to pick it up to see. Just to be like, does this full price game that has always had a single player component, when I put this in my console, how weird does it feel just to boot up? Like you walk
just
around
to boot up,
just to boot up. It's like your main menu, no single player. It's gonna be weird. But I'm interested with the whole Call of Duty and Battlefield thing this year. It's intriguing.
Yeah, it is.
Lego DC Supervillains comes out October 16th.
Yeah,
might pick this one up.
It looked pretty cool. I saw a lot of E3 coverage of it. So you create your own villain.
Yep.
And you fight the Justice Syndicate.
Yep.
It's a story, yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
it's a Lego game, so it'll be fun because Lego games are fun, and it's DC, so it grabs me more than the
Marvel ones.
Marvel stuff do. That's the standout thing. And also, I mean, you're playing villain side, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Like
Story
villain
could be more
focus.
interesting, a bit more.
Yeah, it could be a little bit
different.
different. So just Superman and Batman floating around the whole fucking time. You're like, done that a million times over.
Yeah.
Give me some more villain stuff here. Starlink Battle for Atlas comes out October 16th. Same day.
Yeah, that's it. The same day as Lego Supervillain. Okay.
And they could have a very similar audience.
As long as you don't have a Switch, I think everybody will buy DC.
Yeah. It is the kind of same audience, I feel, to a degree, but we'll find out. Battlefield 5 comes out October 19th.
No.
What is that? How far out from
No,
Call of
it's
Duty
not
is that?
historically
That's a
accurate.
week
No
later.
interest.
Yeah. I might pick up Battlefield. So I jumped on, I finally tried Battlefield 1 multiplayer. I did a couple of matches the other week.
Yeah.
Because I was like sitting in front of my TV and I had like an hour and a half before bed or something. I didn't feel like booting up a new game or like jumping into, anything that took up too much time. I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll just jump in, give this a go for a couple of rounds. And I like Battlefield 1. I mean, it's probably just because I haven't played a Battlefield game since, I didn't play Hardline, so 4. Like I skipped Hardline,
Yeah.
and I never played Battlefield 1 when it released. So it's been like 2 years since I jumped into one, and I used to really like them. So I was like, oh, I'm having fun. I was struggling. The other thing that stood out to me was it'd been like nearly a year since I'd played a first-person shooter on my console, and I was fucking shocking. Like I was all over the place. I'm like, it was basically like I've forgotten how to ride the bike. I don't even know how to aim. Like it was just fucking terrible. But after the hour, I was kind of being like, okay, I'm kind of killing people now, not dying as much, but it was fun. So that kind of got me.
Didn't you play Battlefront, or did you play that in third person?
No, I played Battlefront on and off, but it's like Battlefront, for starters, doesn't like have a scope. Like there's no weapons with scopes, really. Like so most of the time you're running around in Battlefield, it's just you just hip firing. It feels very much more arcadey and stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel the same. And the last time I played that was probably December for a couple rounds. When we jumped on at some point around Christmas time on stream, and then I played it for a bit when it released, and then I can't think of anything before then. So, like, I can't remember the last time I played a first-person shooter, like a proper, quote-unquote, proper first-person shooter before Battlefield. Before Battlefront, sorry.
Yeah.
Was the thing. Soul Calibur 6 comes out. I don't think any of us care. Just Dance, you pumped for Just Dance 2019, October 23rd. Fucking excited.
If only it wasn't licensed music, then we'd stream it. But what are you gonna do?
Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yeah.
October 26th.
Keen for it. I'm not like
Don't care.
not like super excited, but
Are you actually going to pick it up?
yeah, I'll probably pick it up.
Okay.
I won't pre-order it, but
Okay. Yeah, I'm still just I'm sorry, I don't care. This is one of those things where it's like I don't feel like I should feel sorry because it's like why does it really matter? But it's just because the gaming world is so obsessed with Red Dead that it's like one of those games that I feel like if you say you don't like or you're not excited for, everyone kind of just goes, "Fuck's wrong with you?"
yeah, pretty much.
Well, you should be pumped for a Red Dead. Don't care. November. You got Overkill's The Walking Dead coming out, which I'm intrigued to find out more and possibly give a look at if other people want to play. Nick might want to play or something. I don't know, because it's like a Left 4 Dead-ish, like team-based shooter type thing. So, might give that a go, depending on the price point. Get some people to pick it up. Maybe if me and Nick pick it up, get you to pick it up. That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Your general rule of thumb. Do it for the content.
Yeah.
Ride 3. I think that's a motorbike
There's
game.
one coming out.
From memory, that's coming out November 8th. Hitman 2 comes out November 13th, which I'm sure will be good, but everyone's kind of upset that they ditched the whole seasonal content thing, I guess. I have the first one. I played the first, like the main mission and then like the first level or whatever, and I never went back and did any more of it. And I've still got it installed on my console. Like maybe one day I want to go through and do those rest, but never got to it. It was cool though. Fallout 76 comes out November 14th.
Yeah.
I believe all of
We're all
us.
pretty keen for that.
We're all pretty keen on that one. So that's probably the next big release after Spider-Man for the majority of us, I guess. Or
Yeah.
Spyro for me, I guess.
Well,
Next big
Red Dead
release.
for most of us.
Walking. Sorry, Red Dead. You're right.
Yeah.
Red Dead, I suppose most people will be picking up. Nick will be. Kieran might be if he's
If he's playing video games again.
if he's playing video games again. You said you are. I won't be, though. I mean, another thing is PAX is on at that time, too. So
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I know it's only 3 days,
Yeah.
but everyone acts like it's like, well, there's 3 days that comes out at the same time. What do I do? Like, go to this event that only lasts 3 days, or not go to the event so I can play Red Dead?
This game that I'll have forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It doesn't seem. It seems like
it's a hard choice.
To some people apparently. I can't. Think
I don't
of
want to
any
be
video game
spoiled.
well, you're not gonna be. You're gonna be so busy at the. People are silly. Then in December, there's 2 games that actually have release
Really?
dates. Yeah. So Just Cause 4, December 4th. The Smash Bros comes out December 7th. The 2 December games that are listed here. And then they've got a list here of big games confirmed for 2018 but don't have release dates yet. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown, which is the... Nick was all hyped on this, of course, until we find out that it's not going to be fully playable in VR. It's going to have a VR section, but not the whole game VR.
Yeah.
I'm still like, tell me more about the section. How much content am I going to get out of the VR section? Is it like a 20-minute demo type thing and then it's done? Like the Gran Turismo VR stuff is shit. It's not worth buying that game for VR at all.
Yeah.
If it's like that, then it's like, no. But if it's more substantial, even if it's not the whole game, but it's its own kind of mini campaign or something, I might pick it up there. Darksiders 3, guess what, guys? You're wrong. We do have a release date for that now. Dark Souls that's the Switch. Left Alive, I don't know what the fuck that is. That's it. So, looking at the rest of the year, do you feel excited? Or are you just like, there's only a couple games coming out I care about?
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be like some indie stuff that pops up, but there's only those 3 big games that I'm looking forward to.
Which is funny because we're usually like, oh, we're approaching the end of the year. There's all these games that will be coming out. Millions and millions of games are coming out, usually towards the end of years, and everyone gets excited, but...
Yeah. Just got to wait for that paperback port to PS4.
That's the one. Let's answer... I'll save that for next show. We got enough. We made a show here. I mean, just stretch a show where I said there was no content.
Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen the next week. There might be no changes at all.
Yeah. I'll save that. Thank you for joining us for this episode of this early morning on record episode of Platinum Explosion, episode 68. Platinum Explosion is the PlayStation podcast of the Explosion Network, of course. You can follow me on Twitter at VivaDeal. Where people follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Hobley, ASHLEYHOBLEY. It's a thing.
Is indeed. You can follow the show on Twitter at Plat Podcast, and you can follow Explosion Network on Twitter at Explosion Pod. I was like, what is the Twitter for? It's the morning or something. I don't know. If you would like to rate the show on iTunes, do that.
Yeah.
If you'd like to rate it on this new thing, do that too. Sure. Let's be the number one show.
Yeah.
Podchaser. Go look that up. Some Australian dude that's part of the Australian Gaming Podcast Network made it. Rate us on that so we can be the number one show on Podchaser.
Yeah.
Number one PlayStation podcast on Podchaser. I'm your host, Dylan. Join our Discord if you haven't already, explosionnetwork.com/Discord. Get on there, chat with everyone else, and head on over to explosionnetwork.com for all the written stuff and the other shows and the other podcasts and the links and the doobly-doos and the what's going on. Hey, how you doing? There's an about section. Buy a shirt.
Yeah. Plat. It's on a shirt.
It's on a shirt. That's right. Until next week, have a good afternoon. Because that's probably what time it is now, I guess, by the time this comes out. Because it releases at 12. We're about to wrap up the show. Yeah. End it, right? We're about to finish recording the episode. Roughly around the same time it'll release tomorrow.
I mean, this is crazy.
That's a first. That's a first, Ash.
It's like 24 hours to get it out.
Yeah, it's like I've never had so much time to edit it.
You gotta make sure you don't dick around. You don't want to do the over dick around thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye. Beatbox your way over to Early Late Nights. Every Tuesday and Friday, you can join Kieran Marchant live on twitch.tv/Explosion Network from 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Kieran will be there breaking down the latest in gaming news, esports, and his thoughts on the latest releases. Join him live on Twitch and chat along or chuck some questions his way. And stick around after the show as he plays some games for you. If you can't watch live, you can find Early Late Nights on youtube.com/Explosion Network and podcasting services, including iTunes, the following day. In case you missed it, Australia now has Amazon Prime, so if you're thinking about subscribing just for the free shipping or any of the other offers they offer, you do indeed get a free Prime subscription to use on Twitch with your subscription. So if you'd like to chuck it our way, we'd appreciate the extra buck. But if not, at least chuck that at someone. You might as well use it. You've got it. Flaunt it if you've got it. Got it. Flaunt it if you've got it. Bye, sexy. I was like, oh my God. I was about to go into the next thing and I was like, oh, we have...
Look at that time.
Look at that time.
We've babbled on for a long time.
Well, it's what you got to do.